Hey, it's Chris Beyer.
Chris Bowling.
CB, what are we talking about today? We put something on the calendar, didn't we?
We did put something on the calendar. Yes, it is.
I know.
We are officially in 2022 now.
Yes, we are.
And thank goodness we're finally all getting back into the swing of work and work-life balance, all that fun stuff. But we are talking about what's new.
Yeah, and what's new, and we made it through open enrollment season. Majority of our renewals happening for a 1/1. So what's next? Now, what does an employer need to think about?
Yeah,
they just got through the finish line. Why are we talking about new things to do? Shouldn't we wait until year end again?
Yeah, I mean, well, you give people a break, right?
No break. This is a year-round topic. We got a break, right? We took off the holidays, but so yeah, what does it look like when we're talking about next steps now that you've made it through renewal and you're thinking about 2022, now planning for 23 and beyond, which is crazy to say.
Yeah. So what do you think is the first thing on your agenda to start helping our clients really get involved? I should say back involved. You know, so many times we renew, we forget, and then we move on with life. But
yes,
you and I know that is a recipe for disaster. So what are some of the things, Chris, that you think that we're going to be doing here in this month of January to help our clients keep their foot on the gas pedal? You know,
I think it's revisiting the levers they can pull that will improve their spend, but also improve the employee experience of their health plan. And those are probably ones that we've talked about before, but they just didn't make sense. And
sure,
it's kind of revisiting those previous conversations. Here are ideas and strategies to help improve. Maybe it didn't fit. I know we were just talking with a client this week that we had brought up the concept of a captive, and it just did not fit for them moving into 22. But that's going to be on the agenda. Let's get you prepared for that conversation now. Let's talk again about your pharmacy. Let's talk about how your employees are accessing care, but hitting back to all of those topics and seeing where they might fall in the calendar year of 22.
Yeah.
What do you think? I know you've got a couple of ideas too.
Yeah, you know, what we see happening out there, and, you know, we are guilty of this too. And, you know, many of our clients are, which is, you know, we just got through 3 months of nonstop health insurance, employee benefit conversations.
Yes.
And Chris, they just want to put it on cruise control for 6 months. You know, just leave me alone.
Leave me alone, guys. I'm done.
And let me get back to my day job, you know, and, you know, benefits typically are not everyone's day job. It is a function of what they do. And our encouragement is, you know, we don't have to inundate you with a bunch of new things. It's let's just revisit what we think 2023 needs to look like. And then let's not have to be, you know, going 100 miles an hour from August to December to try to make that goal in 2023. So let's at least just have a conversation of what are some of the things that we really want to implement in 2023. So it's not work inundated. It's more of a strategy. Here's our strategy. Let's revisit our strategy. Has anything in the business changed, right? That's going to change our strategy, but let's continue to work towards progress. And I have to admit, I have clients that are like, no, I'll talk to you in June. You know, I mean, give me time.
And it's knowing that. It's knowing what your schedule needs to look like. Some clients, they want to talk to us every month or once a quarter, or, you know, continue to send stuff to them. And like you said, some say, don't talk to me about any strategy until this time, because this is how my business flows. But that's why each client is very unique.
Yeah. What about you? What's your second one?
I think it's back to the employee education campaign that is year round. We did a good job with many of our clients doing open enrollment education as we could, but still at open enrollment, it's helping the employees make the decision on their plans and what their premiums are going to be. And that, I don't know, just the transaction of it. It's not the time to teach how to be a good healthcare consumer. And whether that's, again, virtual or in person, if we can, doing something around the year to help them better understand the value of what's being made available to them through their employer. It's got to be creative. It's got to be revamped. We can't do the same thing we've done every year, but start to talk about that now in the first quarter.
Yeah. And what was amazing is I think you and I both did 10 to 15 educational meetings with clients in the fourth quarter that didn't renew in the fourth quarter, but we had to get them done, you know, and sure enough, we saw some progress. You know, we saw employees making some great great decisions to help control the cost of care, but sometimes during certain times of the year, it's harder to get those in, but
It is.
virtual has radically helped us just become a lot more efficient,
Yeah.
and you and I can just record it and then push it on to our client and say, when the time's right, have your employees watch this,
It cut down on a lot of travel, not just for us, but for so many of our HR directors that used to be on the road during that month that, that they want to see their employees. They need to be there, but it was just for that reason that now they're going to go with a little bit more purpose.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's those virtual meetings. I had to be really organized this year because you can't possibly remember every client's specific program from memory. No. When you're doing back to back to back and switching from company to company, and I had to really be aware of not saying the wrong company name or the wrong TPA. It was. I can say I didn't have any major missteps. We had some fun with it though. Where anyway, it's part of life. We're human. CB. Part of life. What was your other thought for the employer to think of for next steps? What would be your final one?
We had said 2020 was the year of no change. Just let me renew. I've got enough going on with my employees, with my business. 2021 seemed like it was the year of change. Is that
everybody wanted to?
Yeah. Is that when we came into 2022 renewals, man, we had a lot of exciting things that our clients were adding. So my last thing is, I don't know if it's in January or if it's in February or if it's in March, probably not January, is, it's a good time to get employee feedback. If you made some major changes, figure out, are they utilizing those changes?
Yes.
Did you make it so confusing that they don't even know how to access it? Right. Do some kind of survey that would say,
yes,
what have we done? And this is tricky, right? Because as soon as you ask their opinion, you may not like the response, but
there is always going to happen in some form. You're going to get something you don't want to hear.
What your employees want to know is that you care, right? That's I made these changes, or we made these changes for the benefit of the organization. And sometimes those changes come across as you're just trying to save a buck. And that's really, yes, there is some of that, but more of it is how can we continue to offer this great benefit at an affordable price? And here are some changes that we've made. So my last thing is, don't put your head in the sand, ask for some feedback, and you're going to get good and bad. So
those are some good next steps. Education campaign. Please don't go on cruise control as much as you may need a break from talking with us. Go back and visit those levers that you could pull and see where they fit, and then get feedback from your employees. Great next steps post renewal. And I think it will help make 2023's strategy even better for these employers.
Yes. Well said.
Excellent. Talk to you soon, CB.
Thank you, man. We'll see you.